welcome back to another vlog. You know what, this isn't even a vlog, this is Adventures with Roc. So girls, yes, when I do Uber, yes, I drive with my glasses on. Okay, so we are on our way to pick up our first ride of the day, and it's a juicer. It's a juicer, meaning it's a big one. So we're taking her to Cyprus, and so yeah, so it's a pretty nice ride amount, and I'm excited about that or whatever. Girl, y'all, I'm trying to find like the best camera angle or whatever, so we'll see. But some of you girls, y'all did want the Adventures with Roc, and so I think we'll be doing the Adventures with Roc or whatever. Like I said, it's not gonna be like super long, and I wouldn't consider these vlogs. I guess like you guys will just be hanging out with me, and you know, I'll be giving y'all some top secret information. Like I had a company contact me, girl, and I know if you guys are heavy ChatGPT users like I am, I know at some point you guys are probably like, you know what, I know it's a human behind ChatGPT. Well, you would actually not be wrong. Guys, I was contacted for a ChatGPT assignment, and basically you have to teach ChatGPT how to have human emotions by identifying certain conversations, and not only identifying those conversations but also categorizing the conversations as well. And girl, it was a trip. But anyway, I'll tell y'all a little bit, I'll give you guys a little bit more information about that, because it was like so interesting. But I didn't end up taking it because I was like, my thing was like, if you guys want me to work for y'all, why are you asking me to dial into my own personal Gmail? And girl, so once they was like, you got to dial into your Gmail and verify your girl, y'all, because y'all know I had just been hacked, and I was like, no sir, no sir. But anyway, I'm done, girl. Now this thing just said 5 minutes away. Now it's time about 6. But anyway, girl, so I am about 6 minutes away from picking up our first passenger. But I just wanted to open the vlog up and stuff or whatever, and just say, hey girl. But I'm gonna give you a call back after I guess after this ride, you know, and so we'll see where the ride after this will take us or whatever. But anyway, I'm rambling, girl. I'm gonna call you back. Girl, let me tell y'all this real quick before we go pick up Joyce. Girl, y'all, I am on what we call Too Fast and Too Furious. That's the name of this street, better known as Bel Air. When I tell you everybody got these souped up Hondas, girl, so my car started vibrating. I felt the pedal vibrating. I was like, girl, Miss Bessie, please don't do this to me, Miss Bessie. Yeah, I was sounding like a damn slave. And so, girl, I got scared, like, oh, Bessie, you cannot do this to me right now. So I turned, y'all, why I turned the music down like that was gonna help? And then I realized, like, okay, I don't know what's going on today, but the traffic is freaking. Oh, you know what? Today is the first day of Lunar Year, New Year, so that's probably why Baby Bel Air is jumping. Okay, but anyway, okay, girl, it's okay. We gotta pick her up in like 200 feet. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. All right, girl, I'm back. I did not pick up that ride. Girl, why did I get here and it was 2 men, and I only agreed to pick up women? So I'm definitely about to report this. No, I don't give a no. We're not gonna play these games. So I said, Joyce, he talking about my friend called for me. No, baby, let me report Joyce real quick, because you cannot do that. And I know she knows that, and I know that that's the preference that I have on my app. Girl, nah, baby, I'm finna report you, Joyce. You out here playing, baby, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Why would you call an Uber for? Sorry, you better wait. Why would you call an Uber for men? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you know that you can take a risk at? What you say? Hold on, girl. I know Uber ain't talking shit. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. See, this was supposed to be me acting pretty, but baby, nah, we not finna play these games. Not today. Let me go ahead on and tell Uber we had to cancel this ride. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to cancel this ride. All right, girl, I canceled the ride or whatever. I mean, I understand it was a language barrier, but I have had a situation before where a girl called for her cousin or her boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever. And that was actually my very first ride, okay? So it was my very first ride, and this girl, I got there, and it's two YNs, girl. Okay, I'm back. I've been talking this whole time. The thing ain't even been recorded, but y'all listen. The first ride I had, I had drove with Lyft, and I got a request to take some, to pick up a girl. So I'm thinking it's a girl or whatever. I get there, it's two YNs just finished eating hibachi, wearing Harachis. And so they one of them gonna get in my car. He said, can we smoke weed in here? And I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? I got an attitude real quick with him, like, no. And so then they get in the car or whatever. So, because at first when they was trying to get in the car, I was like, no, this is not the right ride or whatever. He told me, this for Quita. And I'm like, nigga, you don't look like no Quita to me. You look like Leroy or Jamal or whatever. So anyway, girl, I didn't know what to do because that was my first ride or whatever. So he gonna get in or whatever. I let them get in. I should have just declined the ride. But anyway, so they got in. And then after they got in the car, he gonna talk about, do you be scared? I said, no. I think I said, not with this 45 and God by my side, I don't know, whatever. And so I was like, I was not nice. Like, I typically try to be nice, or not try, I'm genuinely a nice person, but I know when to not be nice. And my thing is, sometimes you got to be disrespectful to let motherfuckers know how respectful you've been. In addition to that, people don't always respect nice. After that, I reported that girl to Lyft because it's like, you shouldn't be asking nobody to you shouldn't be asking nobody to come pick you up, and then you get there and it's not what you expect as a woman. Like, come on now, y'all gotta do better than that. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean, they probably was some real nice men and stuff. Girl, not the ride canceled. I'm done. Let me get from out of this neighborhood. But they was probably like some real nice men, and that's real nice and everything, but I can't. No ma'am, no, I'm not. No, we not gonna play them games. And she should use the app the way that it's intended to be used. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry, girls. I'm about to navigate and get out of this neighborhood because I can understand why people would be canceling the rides, because I am a little further out. But anyway, I will give you guys a call back. Okay, I have one question. Y'all, I'm over here it's this area like West Belford, Gessner. I just got one question. How the whole neighborhood smell like weed? Girl, as soon as I turn down South Gessner, whole neighborhood smell like weed, girl. Oh my God. Y'all, that first ride just, my whole mood changed. But wait a minute, girl. When I was driving back, to exit the parking lot, girl, why them two men was still standing out there? And I'm gonna be honest, for a minute I felt bad. But then I was just like, men are very resourceful. I'm not gonna feel bad because I feel like, that lady, I'm not gonna imply that she's gaming the system, because perhaps she didn't know that she was being matched with another woman. Maybe that's not the preference she selected. However, I do think that the onus is on you to leave appropriate notes so that the driver will know what to expect. And so for me, it's just this thing about me. The minute I feel like you trying to play me, or you trying to get over, if I pull up and it's not what it's supposed to be, I don't know. I don't that's an integrity issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But once we drop this lady off, we're gonna pick someone else up. Once we drop her off, we're gonna go into a completely different side of the city, cause yeah, we over here, baby. The Devil's Lettuce. We gonna call this neighborhood the Devil's Lettuce. So, and I don't even know where I'm taking her or whatever. So yeah, we gonna let her get in, and then we gonna head downtown. because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of events and stuff going on tonight. Fantasia Barrino and Anthony Hamilton, they're gonna be here tonight. So yeah, so we're gonna go, oh, you know what I'm saying, maybe we're gonna go pull up on some people, you know what I'm saying, having some, because it's Valentine's Day. Maybe we gonna go pull up on some people that's cheating in the next room. Who seen that song? Bobby Blue Bland? Who seen that? I can't pull it up right now, but yeah, we might pull up on somebody that's cheating in the next room. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, because it's a lot of things going on in the city or whatever. I have got to like get over that feeling of guilt, because right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, I do feel guilty. But I'm like, nah, because if some shit would have went wrong in the ride, not implying that it would have, because, you know, I pray and stuff before I even start driving. But anyway, if something would have went wrong, it was 2 men. And it was me, and I did not sign up for that. So it's just like, I'm just not going to feel bad or whatever. And, you know, they couldn't speak English, but I'm just kind of like, I understand you guys can't speak English, and I feel sad for that. But you know what? Go holler at your girl Joyce. You tell Joyce she should have put your name on here. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. It's like I'm driving under her account. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can record these rides, I'm driving under your account. Where is your account? I understand you don't speak English, but sir, Dan Vaughn, Dan Tran, baby, where is your account at? Why you don't have an account? Okay, you know, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I got carried away. All right. Okay, so we're going to pick up Adriana Lucia. Let's go pick up Adriana. And I got about 3 minutes before I get to her, but I'm gonna call you back. Like, look, if I pull up and Adriana end up being Andre, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna get on the horn with Uber and I'm gonna let y'all hear, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna call you back. All right, girls, it is raining cats and dogs, so I basically had to stop because it's just, you know, Houston is already kind of a wonky city in terms of the construction and stuff. And so the last thing you want to do is be out here trying to drive and, you know, navigate these streets and stuff. Y'all already know I pretty much stay on my side of town, and it's just not worth it, you know. And so I am all the way, I don't even know, I think I'm off the street called TC Jester and shit, South 610 freeway or whatever. So that was my last ride. I started a little late today, so it wasn't as lucrative. And plus, like I told you, girl, Joyce tried to play me. That was the first lady I was supposed to pick up. And I forgot to say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with the whole situation. Okay, so basically, when I pulled up, I seen one guy flagging me down or whatever. And so I ain't gonna lie, I went around because I was like, okay, well, maybe his boo with him or whatever, like, you know. So the other man, I just seen him from the back, girl. It looked like he had some damn chick jeans on. So I just seen his booty or whatever when he was bending down. So I was like, oh, okay, that must be Joyce. And so, girl, y'all know them chick jeans with the top stitch or whatever. So he had some of them on, them old skinny jeans. And I was like, okay, all right, I see Joyce. Girl, that fool turned around and I was like, baby, Joyce ain't nowhere to be found. These people something else. Oh, I went to Wendy's and I had like the chicken nuggets. I'm pissed because they wasn't like hot and, you know, crunchy and crispy the way that I like, you know, the nuggets. I feel like they should be. And also Wendy's, y'all slipping on the Coke, baby. McDonald's got the Coke game on lock. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, if you drinking Coke, it should damn near be burning your throat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the satisfaction that you get or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna need y'all to step y'all game up. Dear Wendy's, girl. But yeah, y'all, so, oh my gosh, y'all, look at how bad it is out here. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Like, I can literally barely see anything. So I think I might just need to, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just probably gonna wait it out or whatever, but I don't think I'm gonna drive anymore tonight. Unfortunately, I did not meet my financial goal, but that's okay. You know, tomorrow is gonna be gorgeous and sunny outside, and so it'll be better. So we'll get up and get out early. Girl, I mean, part of the reason why I didn't get out as early as I want to is because, girl, I was having problems with my Tyler Perry wig. Girl, I was looking. Y'all remember that movie Shamar Moore? Not Shamar. Was that Shamar Moore? Or Boris Kojo? One of them. They was in a movie, and y'all remember that braid wig that they had on him? Girl, that's how my hair was looking this morning. And then I had to wash this wig because, girl, I could not get that white. It was like a white cast on the wig. I could not get it out. Girl, I washed this wig with laundry detergent, dishwashing liquid, shampoo, you name it, literally. So what I ended up having to do was take like this, they have like this black hairspray in a can. I literally had to take the black hairspray and just spray the whole front of the wig jet black. Let the black hairspray sit, well, not hairspray, but the black spray. I had to let it sit on the wig for about 10 minutes, and then I had to rinse the whole wig out, and that's how I was able to get rid of that that white cast that was on the wig. Then after that, I blow dried the wig, and then after that, I put the wig on, and I just went through each part of it. Let me see if I can show y'all. I went through like each part of the scalp, and I literally put powder, literally like, you know, took some light color powder just to make the scalp not be jet black no more, and just put some powder on each part of the scalp or whatever, or each, I don't like how that sound, not each part of the scalp. How should I say that? Okay, let me say that differently because I don't like how that sounds. So I basically put powder on the scalp by taking a brush and just, you know, going all the way back on each. Oh, that sound ugly. It's not supposed to say each part of the scalp. I don't like that. Okay, let me think how I want to say this. Y'all, I need to stop. Okay. I basically parted the wig and I applied some powder on the scalp portion that was exposed. So anything that was black, I just put powder on top of it, and that's how we came up with this look. And it came out cute, but girl, it just took forever. But y'all, why am I over here smelling like Downy? The wig smells so much like Downy. It smells good, don't get me wrong, but you can smell that strong Downy smell in it. But yeah, girl, so that's basically what's going on with that. I thought that today's adventure would be a lot more adventurous, but that's okay. Like Uber is offering an additional $250 per ride, but it's just not worth it. It's just not. Like, you offering $250, but if something happened on this freeway, girl, it's just not gonna be worth it. And that's $2.50. I be trying to, you know, make sure that I'm properly articulating myself.
I'd rather be there with you, yeah, loving you, well, day will make a way for night, all we'll need is candlelight and a song, yeah, soft and long, well, I wanna be living for the love of you. Oh, yes, all that I'm giving is for the love of you. All right, now. Heard about my past, things I used to do. Games I used to play, the girls that didn't last. I know what's on your mind. You think I'm doing wrong. Can I say what is real? You're the only one that tried me. me talking crazy. I need you all in my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can't check in with you. I'd put a string of pearls right in your hand. Make love on the beach of jet black sand. Outside in the rain, we can do it.
All right, girl. So about last night, when I hung up with you guys when we were sitting over at the Wendy's parking lot, I ended up coming home. Okay. But when I got home, my sister called me because she also drives Uber, and she was like, girl, it is super busy out here. So I went back out, and you guys know that I only drive women. Girl, y'all, this new generation of girls coming up, like the girls, I'm gonna say like maybe 34 and younger. Girl, these girls are very, very different. I picked up so many of the girls that took themselves out on their own Valentine's Day date. And if they wasn't going on a date, they was going out to the club to meet their friends, girl. And so it was kind of nice to see, like, you know, one of those things like life goes on. Like, literally, guys, people just are, women just are not sitting around pouting anymore about not having a Valentine. Nobody's really just pouting about that. This new generation, girl, y'all, they some savages. They are some savages. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm worried for the fellas, because they are very, very different. I know when I was at that age, I was definitely like, oh, I want to meet somebody. I wish I was married, or, you know, whatever. But the young girls are very different. They're going out here, they living a life, they having fun. And I really, really like that a lot. Like, it is really, really refreshing to see that, you know, people just aren't sitting around and just waiting. But it was these two girls, and they were 22 years old. And girl, they was like, you know, I hope some guys buy us some drinks tonight. One of them was already drunk. She was telling me that she had just left her family's Lunar New Year. She's Asian or whatever. And so she was just like, oh, I hope we meet some guys tonight. And the other one was like, oh my God, I just want to make out with somebody so bad, or whatever. And then, girl, they was a mess. Girl, they was a mess, or whatever. So then they were telling me about this guy that they go to college with, and they were like, he's like the straightest gay guy that I've ever seen in my life. And then they showed me a picture of him. I ain't gonna lie, girl, he was so cute. Oh, he was very cute. And then, you know, I try not to add my little commentary, because, you know, these are kids to me. 22 years old, that's a kid. And so they was like, isn't he so hot? And I was like, yeah, he's very handsome, you know, whatever. But I didn't add any commentary on, you know, oh, he looks gay. I don't get into that or whatever. But girl, yeah, so yeah, I think the last ride that I took, it was a young black girl. She was so cute, and she was leaving a concert. She was like, yeah, this was like a spur of the moment thing. She was like, she was at home. Her friends called her and was like, girl, get dressed and come meet us. So anyway, I took her home, and I think I got home maybe after, gosh, I think I got home like at 1 something in the morning, which is fine with me. I felt very safe driving that late or whatever. So yeah, it was a pretty successful day. So you guys know that I like to tell y'all what I ended up making. I ended up making $150, and that $150, I think I drove a total of 6 hours, because when I first got out there, I think I drove 3 hours, and then I came home, and then I drove another 3 hours. So yeah, I think that's a pretty decent amount of money to make, you know, if it's just like a side gig, especially if you do it every day. But I started getting sleepy, girl, so I was like, let me go home, because I am not about to be, you know, sleepy trying to drive nobody around. So I thought that was I thought that was pretty cool to see how younger girls are, you know, just, you know, this generation is just different. They're not letting grass grow under their feet. You know, they are getting out, they living life, they having a way, you know? And so that was pretty impressive or whatever. But I was thinking today, like when we go out, I was thinking maybe today what we can do is you know, just kind of turn off the women only preferences so we can get to our goal faster. But as it starts to get a little bit later, maybe turn it on. So yeah, girls, the camera cut off. But anyway, what I was about to say is maybe we will kind of just, I'm thinking about opening the app up where we have options to just pretty much drive everyone since it's still pretty early, and then I can switch everything, you know, once once it starts to get a little bit later. So I may do that. We'll see what happens when I get out. But this is another thing that I wanted to talk about. Y'all, we are in some very strange times, okay? And that's all I can say. You know, there's a lot of things going on with Epsom salt. Read between the lines, Epsom salt. Okay, so, and I'm noticing that a lot of people that have been implicated with, you know, using Epsom salt and having connections to that type of stuff, they are supporting other people that was connected as well. What I want to say is this: the people that you protect will ultimately be the people that you're going to need protection from. And so be careful about who you protect. You know what I'm saying? And so the same manipulation tactics that you witness them using against other people, slandering, trying to destroy people, doing malicious things, doing meticulously malicious things, cooking up dubious concoctions, all of that shit that you are sitting by and bearing witness to, those are the same tactics that they will use towards you. So just be careful who you are going to bat for, thinking that you know, because you don't know people as well as you think you do. A lot of this shit, like I said in my last vlog, is smoke and mirrors, and that's anywhere from politics to corporate, you know, to the corporate structure. You know what I'm saying? And anything in between, meaning Hollywood, anything, you know, reality TV, whatever you can think of. It's everything is smoke and mirrors. And so what you don't want to happen is when doomsday come and, you know, people start peeling back the layers and they start looking at who was associated with said people and who was going to bat for these people. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of right. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. And you just have to be careful, because one thing that I know is that the tide is going to turn. The tide always turns. Energy does not die. It simply transfers, period. Energy never dies. And the energy will transfer. These times are going to change. And people that are in heavy defense of certain actions and certain people, they are going to get struck by lightning. I've said this before in one of my other vlogs. Be careful who you stand next to, because if you standing next to someone and they get hit by lightning, you might get hit too. And that's in a figurative sense. I'm not really speaking, well, it could be literal, but this is more of a figurative thing. And so I just, you know, felt the need to talk about that, because recently with everything going on, I'm seeing a lot of people that's like, oh no, he wouldn't do that. He's amazing. That's not true. They're lying. Everybody is not lying on you. All of these people that's coming out are not lying on you. There has got to be some truth to it, but as far as I'm concerned, it's all truth to it. There is no way. And then also be careful of who you associate yourself with. And this is to my younger bombshells. You know, we are seasoned here, but we do have a lot of younger bombshells. But guys, just be careful who you associate yourself with, because again, when it all falls down, you are going to be looked upon a certain way, even if you are just a kind-spirited, nice, wholesome, good person. People will destroy you simply based off of who you are associated with. Y'all, I have seen it happen time and time and time again. And so just be mindful.